corazón. Si lo que quieres es pegarte, yo no tengo problema en acercarme y bailarte este reggaetón. Que los dos tengamos que sudar, que bailemos al ritmo del tra, que me haga fuerte suspirar, pero pa' la cama digo mira na na na. Si yo quiero bailar, tú quieres sudar y pegarte a mí, el cuerpo rozar. Yo te digo si tú me puedes provocar, eso no quiere decir que pa' la cama voy. Quiero bailar, ya quieres sudar y pegarte a mí, el cuerpo rozar. Yo te digo si tú me puedes provocar, eso no quiere decir que pa' la cama voy. Si en la discoteca nos vamos a alborotar, si los dos solitos nos vamos a acariciar, es porque yo quiero y no me puedes aguantar. No te creas que me voy a acostar, no es así. Bailo reggaetón pero no soy chica fácil. Si quieres ganarte mis besos y mi body, no es de esa forma papi, cógelo easy, cógelo baby. Mujeres pa' la disco a bailar, demuéstrale a tu man que es la que hay. Mujeres pa' la disco a perrear, pero que él no se crea, puede jugar. Y como ya expliqué, que los dos tengamos que sudar, que bailemos al ritmo del tra, que me haga fuerte suspirar, pero pa' la cama digo mira na na na. Y yo quiero bailar, tú quieres sudar y pegarte a mí, el cuerpo rozar. Yo te digo si tú me puedes provocar, eso no quiere decir que pa' la cama voy. Quiero bailar, quieres sudar y pegarte a mí, el cuerpo rozar. Yo te digo si tú me puedes provocar, eso no quiere decir que pa' la cama voy.
Esta noche es de travesura,
Esta noche me travesura,
te voy a devorar en la noche oscura.
esta noche me
Tú
travesura,
estás buscando mi calentura
esta noche me
y
travesura,
te voy a devorar, mami, cuenta y jura.
esta noche me travesura.
Dímelo, ¿qué vas a hacer? Si me hago dueño de tu piel, si por la noche te hago enloquecer. Dímelo, ¿qué vas a hacer? Dímelo, ¿qué vas a hacer? Si me hago dueño de tu piel, si por la noche te hago enloquecer. Dímelo, ¿qué vas a hacer? Dale mami.
Hola, hola gente, ¿cómo están? Están escuchando KXVS 92.1 FM, la voz de Stockton. Me llamo Betty Ramirez y el programa que está escuchando es Sabor Latino con Betty Ramirez. Welcome, welcome everyone to KXVS 92.1 FM, the voice of Stockton. Hey, hey, hey. Hola, thank you so much for tuning in. We have somebody special today. I always say special because, you know, when they come in for an interview, I say they're special. Anyways, he's a book author by the name of Joe Crockett. And I can't wait to interview him. And I'm pretty sure he's got a lot of good things to say about his book. So stay tuned, don't go anywhere. Let somebody know, okay? You are listening to KXVS 92.1 FM, the voice of Stockton. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Lunes de la torta, pero yo no vendo gozo, porque tengo combo, dicen que soy un mafioso. Como yo no tienen, ya tú sabes, tan celoso.
of course, that was Noche de Travesura with Hector, El Father and Divino. And then I had Ivy Queen with Yo Quiero Bailar. No Te Veo with Joel and Randall. And then Gianna Lennox with Doncella. And of course, like I said, we have somebody special here to interview, and I can't wait. And again, guess who brought him in? My friend Jean from La Bamba. Hey, Jean. Thank you so much again. I am indebted to you. So,
Yeah, anytime I can help, Betty.
You know what? I appreciate when you do bring somebody in, because that says a lot. It says a lot about you. And so I'm ready for the interview. If you guys are, let's do it.
Ready,
and
Joe?
so, let's definitely bring them in. But let me get Facebook started, because, of course, we want this to be on Facebook and also on YouTube. So that way we can have a copy and we can view it as many times as we want, and we can share it. How cool is that?
It's awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So welcome, Joe. Thank you so much. You were telling me that this is the first time that you've been in a radio station, correct?
Yes, it is.
So what do you think?
It's different.
Different.
Yeah, it's different.
Nervous at all?
Oh, yeah, you know I
little bit
am.
nervous?
Hey, there's no reason to be nervous. You just be yourself and enjoy it, because this is going to be a conversation. And you know what? A lot of people tell me, you know what, all of a sudden I came in here with nerves and they went out the window for some reason. It's because it's just a conversation.
Yeah.
And all we're doing is sharing. And so you got something pretty awesome here I want you to share about.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about your
Nostalgic
book, Joe.
Blood by Jay Crockett. So yeah, definitely. I'd like to put it out too on one of the cameras, so that way we can actually get a good look at it too.
Okay.
I'm not sure if you could raise it up if you want every now and then. I'll probably end up doing the same, so that way we can see it. And everybody that is listening to us out there can actually see it too, and see us talk at the same time. The radio days is no longer just audio. Now it's visual. It's video. So they can actually see us, which I think is great. So, you know what, Gene, take it away. Start with some questions.
Well, first of all, Joe, where are you from? You from Stockton originally?
I'm originally from Miami, Florida.
Miami, Florida. Okay, that's right. Okay. What city?
In Florida.
Oh, Miami?
Yeah,
Okay.
Miami.
So you were born in Miami?
Yeah, born and raised in Miami.
Okay.
Right after high school, joined the military.
Okay, you were telling me what branch did you join?
The Navy.
Navy. Okay. Tell us a little bit about that. Where did you travel? What countries? How long did you serve?
Well, I was in the Navy for 7 years, and my first station that I went to was in the Philippines.
Okay.
And I was there for 2 years. And in between those 2 years, I ended up going to South Korea, Japan, Australia, Thailand, Abu Dhabi, Bahrain, and doing the Desert Storm War.
Wow. Amazing. Did you hear that, Betty?
Damn, you were doing some traveling there, weren't you?
You hear all those countries?
Oh, yes.
I wish I could just go to one of those.
A worldly man. You know what? Military takes you around the world, so that's why a lot of people do try it. I think that is really good. Not only that, but the perks. Oh, my goodness. Paid education and the whole bit after you get out.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Love it, love it, love it. So tell us about your experience. I'm curious.
Well, yeah. Well, first I kind of wanted to see, how was that experience? Like, is that kind of what maybe inspired you to write this book? Or is it a book or a novel? It's a novel,
It's a novel. It's a novel.
Okay.
So the experience is how the story came about. So I was in a logistics squadron. So the book has something to do with an international arms dealer who works for the North Koreans. So this is how that spin came about throughout the story.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so I see right here, Nostalgic Blood. The North Koreans are on the move, and their spies are among us.
And their spies are among us.
So that's kind of where you got
That's
that idea.
scary.
Yes.
That is very scary.
Yeah.
I don't like that. You got to tell us what spies are there. Are they Russian spies? I shouldn't have
Yeah, I
said
know,
that.
right? I mean, there's the word spies has been going around a lot lately. Let's just say that. And then especially North Korea. There's a lot of tension going on right now with North Korea and South Korea, and then the United States, and then Japan, and then even Russia is somehow involved in it. So
Right. And the crazy part is I started writing this book 20 years ago.
oh wow.
So I could not imagine this would be coming up like it is
Yeah.
around the time the book comes out.
Wow. That's amazing. Is there any authors that inspired you or anything like that, or maybe any experiences you might want to talk about, or is it just something you just came out the blue with?
Well, it kind of came out of the blue,
Okay.
but this book started off as a poem, believe it or not.
Okay.
And I was letting someone read it, and they said, you know what, this would make a great story. So I went in and I started changing a couple things around, and then they wanted to read more.
Okay.
And then I would add more, and they kept begging for more.
Okay.
So I just kept on writing.
Oh, nice. That's so okay. Everything has a start.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And that's great. So I mean, when did you know you wanted to be a writer?
Well, I was always a writer. Even in high school, my teacher told me you can be a creative writer. But at that age and at that time, I had no idea what a creative writer is or what they do.
Yeah.
I just love to create stories.
Mm-hmm.
So when they would give me an essay or something to do for school, I would be the one who would overdo it.
Same here, man. Hey, you know what? It's funny how you're talking about that, because that kind of reminds me of me too when I was going to high school. Long essays.
Right.
Once you get into the writing, you don't want to stop.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And
You
all
don't
these
wanna
ideas
stop.
are flowing, and you want to get them all down on paper.
Right.
Yeah, exactly the same thing, man. So I see. Okay, so
Makings
that's
of a writer.
great. That's great. You just so you always kind of had it in you to just want to write a book,
Right.
want to write a novel.
I was always had it in me to write.
That's
So
good.
storytelling was something that came natural.
Okay, so it's kind of okay. That's great, man. That's great. Also, did you self-publish this book, or
Yes.
how did you any help from anybody, or how did that happen?
Self-published it. I mostly did everything myself. The
Okay.
help that I did have was from outsourcing. And self-publishing is something you have. If you're a writer, you have to think about if you want to self-publish or not. But it's not as easy to find an agent that will say, okay, we will take you on. So sometimes you got to put your foot forward and do what you have to do to get your material out there.
So why was it so difficult? Why wouldn't they take you on? Because you wanted more rights, or what is it that makes them not want to take somebody like you? Because I'm just curious. I know that a lot of times, if you're not well represented, or if you don't have books already out there, they don't want to look at you. But
Right.
come on, they got to take a chance at someone.
Right, and you send in your information, and sometimes it takes years for them to get back to you. And,
Years, yeah.
And the time that I did send my information in, it wasn't totally up to par, because I would just send it in to get some feedback, and that was like more than 10 years ago. So my book was nowhere near ready. I thought it was ready, right? But once you get to a point and you realize, it was not ready at that time, right? So I could see why they did not give me no feedback, but I decided not to resubmit and just do it myself.
It's like a little learning process.
Yeah,
you could
so
say.
you learn as you go.
Absolutely.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's pretty good, man. That's pretty good. Did you have a ghostwriter help you out or anything like that?
No, I did not have a ghostwriter. And it's the funny thing how people ask me that. Oh,
Well, how come?
when you're born a writer, you don't need a ghostwriter. So it's almost like an insult when someone says, hey, did you have a ghostwriter? I said, no, I'm a writer.
So you get that question asked a lot, I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it hard? Okay, well, let's talk about your this weekend coming up. Tell us about the book signing that you're having.
I have a book signing at Barnes & Noble. The time is in between 12 o'clock and 4 o'clock.
Okay.
But most likely I will be there a little bit longer.
Okay.
And it's going to be a 2-day event. So if you can't make it on Saturday, I would definitely be there on Sunday.
June what?
June 17th and June 18th for Father's Day.
Nice, man. Did you plan that?
Actually, you know what? I have a book signing every Saturday all the way through August. And June 17th was one of the weekends I did not have a book signing. And I'm calling around trying to get that day booked. And I say, you know what? Since I've been to Stockton before, let me call them to see if they could show me some love.
Okay.
And they were so happy to hear from me. They said, you know what? We're going to do a 2-day event because it's Father's Day weekend.
Oh, wow. That's nice. I'm pretty sure you're happy to hear that. That's great, man. That's awesome. Are you having any kids? Anything like that?
No kids.
No
kids. I
at
got
all.
2 dogs.
Oh, there you go, man. That makes you a dad.
Wait a minute. Those are your kids.
Those are your kids. Yeah, exactly.
Well, why aren't you married, and why don't you have a family?
I'm not ready yet. It's
Not ready yet.
It's
How old are you?
Nah,
I think he's old enough to have a family.
I'm gonna ask some personal questions.
A lot of
here.
people ask me how old I am. They think I'm younger than what I look.
Really?
So I'm gonna ask, how old do you think I look?
I would say maybe 30.
35.
I want to say 36.
See, she might need to get a foot massage.
Wow. There you go, Betty. You got a foot massage
I'm
right
almost 50.
Wow, you're kidding me.
So you're like 46 then.
Older than 46.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you look young,
Okay,
Joe.
you're well preserved. You got me well preserved. So, what's your
Looking good,
secret?
man.
What's my secret?
Yes.
No
Share with
alcohol.
them. Come
Foot
on.
massages. He said that's the secret right there.
Lack of alcohol, most
There
likely.
you go.
Alcohol and probably cigarettes and nicotine and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah, that's good, man. That's good.
So, did we cover exactly what the book is about and what storylines? I mean, can you share just a little bit? I know sometimes you don't want to because, of course, you are selling the book.
No, well,
But you want to entice the readers out there. You want them to look and find your book so that way they
Right.
can come out and meet with you and have you sign it. You know?
Right. Well, I'll tell you what the book is about. It's about a kid who escapes genocide from West Africa. He jumps on an American cargo ship, but he wakes up in South Korea. He's adopted by Korean Americans. Later on in life, he's an international arms dealer for the North Koreans. When they discover untouched natural resources in his country, they ask him to go in and do something he doesn't want to do. And if he don't cooperate, they will kill him, but he has to choose his own people or the Koreans.
Wow.
Wow, that sounds kind of deep right there, man.
Yeah,
That's
it's
quite
deep.
the decision there.
Yeah, that is. It sounds deep. Maybe, you never know. One day, maybe they might make a movie out of this
Everybody
book. You know what I mean?
says that. Everybody says that.
Exactly.
You never know. I mean,
I like it already.
yeah, exactly. I do too.
Good plot there. Mm-hmm.
So how
yeah.
many books have you sold so far, or is there a? Was it hard publishing the book?
Well, I
Getting
tell you,
published?
altogether, I'm at about 2,000 books.
So far.
So far. So
Nice.
about 1,000 myself.
Okay.
And I call it hand-to-hand combat, person to person, from my trunk, from wherever I am. And from Barnes & Noble, I'm at about 800.
Oh, nice, man.
So
Nice.
I'm working my way up there.
That
There
is
we
good
go.
that you're working with Barnes and Noble too, because of course you want that. You want your book to be in all the bookstores, and that's one of the most popular one.
Yes.
Yes, it is. Where else can you go and find all kinds of books?
Well, you can go to nostalgicblood.com.
Okay.
You can order a digital copy or a physical copy. And Barnes & Noble, any other bookstore that you can locate.
Joe, do you have a business card? Do you have a business card? Because I'd like to put your information up and even the phone number.
I ran out of business cards.
You ran out of it? Oh,
I
you're
know.
kidding me. Well,
I
you're going to
know.
have to write down your information right here, okay? That way I can actually put it on the credits, and every time somebody views this interview, they'll be able to get the phone number, and they'll be able to get other contact information. And who knows, they might even have some questions about the book.
Right. And the process for a writer to go from one step to getting it published is not an easy task.
Well, I could imagine. I mean, you said you've been working on it for 20 years,
Right.
And then you said you sent it in, and then you got some feedback, and then it's been a process, right?
Yeah, it's a process. So, say for example, you're writing a story, and you happy, you finish the story, you're celebrating, and all of a sudden now comes the marketing, now comes the promotions.
Yeah.
That's a whole different animal.
A whole different ball game.
A whole different ball game.
Well, you got to step it up right there.
Now you got to step it up in a way that you never thought you had to, because now you're on your own. You're doing it yourself.
Well, it's all worth it though.
Oh,
I
it's
think
definitely.
that first, maybe that second book is the hardest, but then I think after that, you stay at it, boom, it'll just become easier and
Yes.
easier.
Yes. Once you get your name out there and people start talking about the book, definitely.
That's great, man. That's great. I wish you the best of luck with your book signing. This weekend, June 17th, June 18th at Barnes and Noble.
Absolutely.
I'll try to be there myself. Hopefully,
right.
I could give me a copy, a signed copy. That way, one day, when you sell 1 million or so copies, I'll be
Right.
like, yeah, I got one right here.
Well, I want one too.
Betty wants one too.
Yes, because
And
now
you
I'm
can-
curious. Now I want to read the book.
And you can also find me on my social media, Nostalgic Blood on Facebook
Okay.
and Nostalgic Apparel Society on Instagram too.
Oh, so you're on Facebook and Instagram.
and Instagram.
Okay, I'm big on Facebook. I like Facebook.
Right.
Yeah, I'm always on there. I don't have an Instagram though.
And I do want to say that I created a clothing line, nostalgicsociety.com, for those who don't really read novels, but they want to support in some type of way.
Okay.
So that way they can get them a shirt, coffee cup, water mug, hat, umbrella, if they want to support in some type of way if they don't read novels.
Look
Nice.
at you. Well,
He does it
you're
all
really
right
working
here.
it. That's great.
Yeah, he does it all. I mean, he got that little Rick Ross beard going on. You know what I mean? Rick Ross right here in the house from Florida too. You know what I mean? You never know. Rick Ross is an entrepreneur.
Entrepreneur, working on it.
So tell us
So
how.
we're right here working on it, man.
Yeah, tell us. Give us tips or give the youth tips out there that are curious. They were wanting to know, how is he doing it? How can I do it? Because I know we have a lot of little writers out there.
Right.
And they're curious. So, why don't you set them up? Set them up exactly what you went through and what they can expect as a young writer, giving it a try
Any
for the
advice?
first time.
Any advice for the youth?
I tell you what, the biggest advice is never stop writing. Keep your story going. Keep a story going. Even if you think you are finished and you're tired and you can't think of nothing else, just set it to the side. Come back to it later when you have better ideas and more things to write about.
Never give up, right?
Never give up. And getting into the stores, you're going to get a lot of no's. But if you go through it the right way, eventually somebody's going to say, you know what, let's try it out. And a lot of people don't know, when you are a self-published author, in order for you to get into the stores, your book has to be returnable. If it's not returnable, all the stores are going to say no.
What does that mean? Explain that.
Returnable. Returnable means that the store has an option to return your book back to the printer, to the distributor.
Oh, okay. I see.
So that way, if your book does not sell, they're not stuck with your book inside the store.
I see.
They can get a refund basically on your book.
Oh, okay. So that'll be the advice. Oh, that's good advice right there.
Right.
Man.
So a lot of people don't know that if your book is not returnable, then you have to bring your own books. But if it is returnable, the store will order your books and they will take a chance with you.
Nice. Great, man. Great. So who did the printing for the book, or what? You did that yourself as well?
No, it's a company called Ingram. They will print for you.
Ingram.
Right.
Okay. Nice. Great. Where are they located at?
They are located. Well, they are one of the biggest book distributors, probably in the world.
Okay.
So they're located in Tennessee.
Tennessee. Wow. You hear that, Betty?
Tennessee, I heard that every word. And, this is important information because others, like I said, others can actually try to use that information for their book. And if it's a young writer, then you know what? You're giving them the right steps, the right contacts, And I'm pretty sure many will pursue that because there is young writers out there. We just got to, support them and give them whatever information we can, so that way it's a little easier for them. Because I know that when you're young and you're out there and you're trying to learn, and you get so discouraged so easy, so quick.
Oh, yes.
But when you have somebody that's already went through the whole process and you're letting them know, you know what, don't get discouraged, go through it, this person, and follow through with it, then at least you're giving them a chance there. And so I applaud you. Thank you so much for doing that. I do appreciate that. Not many people sometimes want to share their information because, of course, it's personal. And so that's something that you actually earned.
Right. And I meet so many writers and I didn't realize how difficult writing really was when I was going through the process, because I was going through my own process. Right. So when you're not communicating with other writers, you don't realize, okay, you're going through a normal process of difficulty. All right. So when I bump into these other writers, like, man, I've been trying to write a book for years, and it's so difficult. I say, you know what? Now I realize how difficult it really is, because I didn't think what I was doing was difficult. I was just doing what I love to do.
Yeah.
So you didn't mind going through all that?
No,
see?
I didn't mind.
But see, when we have those young writers that, just don't have the patience, they get discouraged really quick, really fast. So, yeah, if we could give them some shortcuts, that's a blessing. It's a blessing for them all. And, of course, because we are a community radio, I'm constantly telling, share some information so that way our youth can learn and can give it a try. This is a community radio station, and like that banner says up there, join KXVS. Let's make Stockton better together. What do you think, Joe?
Absolutely. Sounds good.
Yes.
Let's make Stockton better together. And, Stockton has a lot to offer. It's a beautiful city. this is my hometown. And so I'm glad I'm back and able to do what I'm doing because I believe in it. And if it is lifting Stockton and lifting the authors and lifting everybody else that's doing something positive out there, then, hey, we are here for you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Any shout outs, any thank yous, any sponsors, anybody that you want to mention? Thank you.
I want to send a
Going
shout out.
along the way.
I want to send a shout out to Barnes and Noble.
There
They
you go.
go.
They have really gave me a chance, an opportunity that is rare and difficult at times.
Yes.
But and another thing I like to shout out to for Barnes and Noble, because once you've done one store, you can always use them as a reference. So when I have a difficult time getting into another Barnes and Noble, I say, hey,
I was at this one already.
Right. I
did
was
a
at
book signing
Stockton,
event.
and you can call them and verify that, hey, out of all the local authors, I'm the number one best-selling local author in Barnes and Noble.
So you hear that, Betty? One of the best-selling local authors here in
Local
Stockton.
authors, yes.
Nostalgic Blood. Nostalgic Blood.
Oh, okay. Well, how can we get him in here?
I would definitely have to bring some by.
Yes, please.
Yes,
you know, that's something that we would really appreciate.
Definitely.
Yeah, because you have contacts.
Absolutely.
So I'm batting my eyes over here. I need those contacts. That's great. Wonderful.
Yes.
So what else can we do for you? Because we are your community radio. And if, know this, that what is being recorded today is going to be played again
Okay.
and again and again.
That sounds good.
I love that everything's pre-recorded.
Right.
Because when it's pre-recorded, then that gives us that option. And if I'm not going to be here someday for whatever reasons, guess what? And I'll tell them, put this one on. And so they'll play it for me. And like I said, the more it's viewed, the more chances you get people to share.
Okay. Definitely.
Yeah.
So
So
Nostalgic Blood's on the rise, man. We got your back.
well said, Gene. Well said. Okay. Like I always try to get everybody to do a little ID for me. See that little form that's right there? Can you read that, baby? Because that's an ID that I'm gonna
Yes, I can.
I'm gonna put on for different times of the shows and go for it.
You was listening to KXVS 92.1 FM, the voice of Stockton.
You got to do it over
Sabor
again.
Latino.
You got to do it over again because you got to state your name, Joe,
Oh,
and the name of the book.
and
Hey. Hey, Joe speaks a little bit of Spanish too, little
Habla
Betty.
español.
Habla
¿no?
español,
Yes.
Joe.
Ay, qué bonito, qué bonito.
Por supuesto.
Mira. Hey, he's from Miami, man. He
You know what?
knows.
I've been there. I have been there, and it's beautiful, but at the same time, it's so humid. Oh,
Yes.
Oh, yes.
You feel like you shower and you
Yes.
never dry.
Yes.
Yes.
But yeah, give it another try. Don't forget your name, and also plug your book.
Okay. This is Joe Crockett. You are listening to KXVS 92.1 FM, the voice of Stockton, the author of Nostalgic Blood, tuned to Sabor Latino.
Whoop, whoop.
I like that. Sounds good, man.
Okay, that's my little cry. Yes, that was perfect. Perfect. Thank you so much. Now we're going to go ahead and select it, and we're going to use it as an ID. I'm having a lot of people do that for me because I keep forgetting to do that. And now I pull out my little card and put it on the table. And I said, okay, that's something try to remember to do before, they leave because, of course, this is something that we can use, and we can plug you each and every time. And so, yeah, any other shout outs and anything that you would like to share with the community? Because if you have other areas where you're going to go to have like book signing and all,
Right.
or events where you may attend,
Right.
you
My
can-
next event is going to be in the Barnes and Noble in Dublin.
in Dublin, okay.
In Dublin. So that should be a nice sized crowd too.
And what date is that?
That is next Saturday. What is next Saturday? June
24th?
the 20.
The 24th.
is next
24th.
Saturday.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is
the
the 24th. Okay, Dublin, 24th at what time?
At 2 p.m.
2 p.m. Okay, you heard it right here, guys. So if you don't make it to the Stockton one, then you can make it to the Dublin one, which is great. And always keep in mind that if you do attend any of the events that go on throughout the Stockton area, you can give us a call and say, hey, I'm going to be here at so-so place, or even email it.
Definitely.
I'm going to give you the card before you leave, so that way you have that. But definitely that's something that I would love to do for you.
Appreciate it.
Okay?
Maybe even Governor Don will be happy to cover the event, the book signing event, and be covered by KXVS.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Yep.
I like that.
We never know. Let's help each other, man.
Yeah.
That's what it's about. You know what I
Let's
mean?
help each
He
other.
just missed our little fundraiser mixer last night at the what's called the
Is that the brew?
I want to say the Ab because that's where we've been having it, but not anymore. Now this is a new location.
I think
the
it's called
brew?
the Garden Brew.
The Garden Brew.
Something like that.
It's
right
off
there.
Weber, and it's really nice.
Weber in
That
San
was the first
Joaquin.
time that I attended, and I thought that
What
was
they have it
pretty
every year?
cool. Nice little venue.
Is
It
every
was
year?
actually a tower up. It was like a benefit event for the
For the
fundraising
radio.
event for the
Yeah.
radio.
Right.
There's a
For
lot
us.
of a lot of people from the Stockton area that were just mingling there.
It was nice.
Yeah,
It
and
was
then we
nice.
had a young lady that came in and sang, and what talent!
Wow.
Oh, couldn't she sing?
Oh man. she
Yes,
could
and matter of
sing.
fact, I have her little CD, and she signed it for me.
Is that right?
Hopefully we could play one of her songs
She,
maybe right after
what
this.
a voice! She was out there singing with her dad. Her dad was playing the guitar while she just sang like a bird.
And she
Don't
sings
get me
amazing.
started. Don't get me to singing.
I sing in Spanish, Joe.
¿Cantas un poquito?
Si puedo.
Yeah. Oh,
puedes,
I
sí.
like that.
Hey, I'm gonna tell
Well,
you.
you know
I'm gonna-
what? You could do it right here, first time.
A cappella.
Yeah, that's okay. My daughter does it all the time.
Oh, okay.
Don't need music, you know. And she's really good. She's got that gift from my dad. Dad was a charro singer and very oh my goodness, to the heart, traditional. And yeah, he could a cappella too, and that's who got it. And she got it. And she plays the piano in a way no other. She makes you cry. That's how much she touches you.
Wow.
And when she sings, everybody melts. She's just really good. She's a natural. And I told her, baby, never, never, never give up your music. And I told her, that's something you could always fall back on.
Definitely.
So she tells me all the time, Mom, don't worry, I'm not giving it up. And she'll tell me sometimes she'll go to little clubs and she'll sing with someone that's playing a guitar. She also plays the guitar and she plays the clarinet. And so
I used to play the clarinet in high school.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, marching
yes.
band?
Well, I tell you what, it was junior high, and when I got to high school, it kind of fizzled out, right? But yeah, I went from third seat to first seat, and somebody
Ooh.
took me out of first seat, and I went back to second seat.
So you read music. That's awesome.
But the crazy part is, I had picked up a clarinet, and I looked at the music sheet, and I was totally lost now. I can't figure out how I was reading music then. I'm like, oh my God. It's
you
like
probably-
starting
By
all over
ear.
again.
Yeah, you probably
By ear, Joe. You probably did it that way.
No, we was playing by looking at the notes.
Wow.
It was just so long ago until now. I look at the notes and I'm like, oh my God. what
You
is-
forgot.
Yeah.
Totally
Well, you know
forgot.
what they say, you never forget. When you pick up your instrument and you start playing with it, it will all come back.
Yeah.
She just gave me some inspiration.
There you
So
go.
do it. Yeah, don't ever feel like you completely forgot it, because once we've been taught something, it will always come back. And so I truly believe in that. I always wished I played an instrument, but I never did, because at the time, Daddy was in agriculture and we were just all over the place. And $5,000 it was back then to play a violin. I was just a little itty bitty little girl, and I said, you know what, I'm not going to put Daddy through that. So no, I didn't do it. But look at me, I'm surrounded by music.
So actually, you
maybe
never
I-
left. You never left.
Maybe I don't play an instrument, but I am surrounded by all sorts of music, and so I love it. I love the radio, and so yeah, that's something pretty neat. Gene, do you play an instrument, or have you ever?
No, actually.
Not even the guitarra?
Not even. I wish I did.
Well, you got to pick it up and let's start picking.
Oh man, I know. I wish I would have known how to play maybe an instrument, a guitar or a piano.
You know
or
what? Like they say, it's
saxophone.
never too late, right?
Yeah, it's never too
Yeah.
Never
late.
too late.
Maybe my daughter, she might be able to do it. She's
Well,
still
she's
young.
at that age, so introduce an instrument. She'll like it.
My nephew plays the piano. My sister got him into that, and he's pretty good actually.
Wow.
He started performing in front of his class when he was like 6 years old.
Wow,
6, 7. He's 8 now, so he's over there playing the piano.
that's
And
great.
he don't get nervous or nothing. He's up there by himself. So
Oh, that's
Got the
good.
confidence.
yeah. I think now that I remember though, when I was his age, I was performing like around kindergarten and first grade with the band, or not a band, but at shows too at my school, mariachi. I had a little charro suit on too, a little hat, you know.
Go, Gene.
And I was doing zapatilla from Van Buren Elementary.
You weren't the only one. I was in Salasanas, so I had the long skirt with the big gorro, the big hat.
Wow.
It was velvet green, I still remember, with gold trimmings,
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, traditional. Yes, yeah, I remember doing that. Dancing, I could still dance. I could get down, but no instrument. Never no instrument. I always wish I did though. I always
Okay.
wish I did.
So, are you ready to sing to me, Joe?
Ay, Dios mío.
Una canción, solamente una cancioncita. No tiene que ser larga. Puede
I
ser
should have never
cortita.
said
You
nothing.
should have never said nothing. You see what you got yourself into?
Let me think of a phrase that might sound good out of all my songs.
Or whatever's comfortable for you.
Or
And-
just in Spanish. We could, keep talking in Spanish. You can practice it.
Oh,
Because
man.
you're pretty good at Spanish. You see.
Well, you know
I
what?
just put him on the spot,
It's,
didn't I?
it's that I hadn't spoken in so long until I fear of messing up.
The Spanish.
Yeah, I feel.
Okay, then go with English. Something beautiful English.
Now I can sing better in Spanish though.
Ooh,
Really?
best,
Oh man,
best.
yeah. You know what the joke is
Mm.
when I meet people and they ask me, "Oh, where you from? You speak Spanish?" And I tell them I'm from Oaxaca.
Oaxaca.
And
You hear this?
And I tell them, I say, "Hey, I used to be in a Spanish band. You never heard of Los Negros de Oaxaca?" And they're like, "No, I never heard of them."
That sounds like a band too.
Yeah, right. So I said, "Never heard of them." I said, "Oh man, I was the lead singer." I was the lead
Wow.
singer. Then I throw out a little phrase like, "Oh man, you sound pretty good." But this one lady, she caught me, right? She caught me. She goes on her Google and look up Los
She's
Negros
quick.
de Oaxaca.
She is quick.
She say, "I never heard of them. They're not even in Google." I say, "You slick. You the first one to actually look it up."
Huh? Look at you, Joe. Oh man, that's so
Oh,
funny.
man.
Too
right
funny.
there.
Too funny. Well, whatever you want to do. If you want to sing in English, that's fine. If you want to sing in Spanish, también está bien. Whatever you like.
You got me on the spot. You know what the crazy part is, right? I looked up 92.1 and come to find out it was a Spanish radio station, right? So here I am listening to Spanish music all night long, trying to get my Spanish ready, and everybody's speaking English. I'm like, whoa.
So that means you ready for a Spanish song now.
Yeah,
Since you practiced all last night, you know what I mean?
Let me see. What's one of my phrases I love to sing? Let me see.
You probably do really good in the shower, don't you?
Turn the water on. Turn the water on. Mi amor, ¿a dónde tú vas con mi corazón?
Ooh,
¿Dónde tú vas con mi corazón?
that sounds a little Cuban right there. That sounds
Where
a
you
little.
going with my heart?
Yeah, where you go with my heart? See?
Yeah, see, if I'd have been prepared, I'd have had a little bit more, right?
Yeah. Next time,
Beautiful,
man. Next time,
beautiful.
you come
Next
out
time,
on the
next
show.
Oh, I
time.
could use it for an ID too. Listen to me. Everything's an ID. Well, anyway, so can you stick around for a little while longer? And
Yes.
you still want to continue to talk?
Yeah.
It's
why not?
wonderful. So
Actually, I'm having fun, so.
there you go. I tell everybody has fun when they come here. Okay, so we're going to return after these messages, so don't go away.
All right, I turned down a little bit. Okay, so I know we totally just cut off like everyone's favorite song, but we wanted to tell everybody that we have a new YouTube channel, and we need you to subscribe to the new channel because we're not uploading or streaming on the old channel anymore. It's still the Voice of Stockton.
It's gonna be fresh, brand new,
New content.
great content,
Yeah.
only exclusively on KXVS.
Yes, if you
I don't know you're gonna be in
on this
Dublin, too.
video will be a
That's
link
good, man.
in the description where you can click it. But if you want to type it in,
Oh,
we made
okay.
it real
That's
easy
cool,
for you.
man. That's
You know,
cool.
bit.ly, the short link, bit.ly.
That's good, man. That's
So you can
good.
type
I'm glad to hear that.
bit.ly/subscribe_KXVS _YouTube. So bit.ly, excuse me, bit.ly/subscribe_KXVS _YouTube. That's easy enough, right, Donovan? Donovan is a silent minority.
Speechless.
I'm trying to get my accent right. Hold on. I'm just throwing over it in my head. Let me start. Hold on. Yeah, hold on. How to do it? All right, I don't know about you guys, but I'm gonna go subscribe to this new channel. It sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, what's different about this channel than the last one?
Well,
What's changed?
Well, we're making some changes. We're always doing something new, but this is something that we had to do this, and we've had to do this for a while. So this new channel, it's really not much different, except the channel will be different. different. So all our new content is going on the channel, and we're going to migrate all our videos over to that channel as well, and we won't be using the old channel. So if you're waiting on that channel, you'll be missing it. So please do subscribe to our new channel, and it's real easy. Follow us on Facebook, thevoiceofstockton.org. You can find us everywhere. Keep watching us on our live streams, but that's it. We just wanted to break in and tell you that.
And let's make Stockton better together.
That's right. Make Stockton better together. All right. So, you know what? Let's start this track over because this is the best bomb song. And thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you. KXVS, the voice of Stockton, with Donovan and Mr. Details, Dustin Breakwell. This is Governor Don signing off.
Cuando llegues a la esquina de Smith y Orchard, dobla a la izquierda.
No lo vas a creer. Marcy está
Luego
contenta
dobla en
de
Marcy
dejar a su
Avenue y
novio.
pasa los primeros 3 semáforos. Vuelve a doblar a la izquierda.
No creo que esté contenta.
Te faltan 5
Pero es
cuadras.
lo que
Te veré
escuché
esta
anoche.
noche.
Es difícil concentrarse en 2 cosas a la vez, como textear y manejar. Evita textear, evita chocar. ¿Cómo dejarás de textear y manejar? Cuéntanos en evitachocar.org. Cortesía de la National Highway Traffic Safety Administration y el Ad Council.
KXVS 92.1 coming soon. KXVS. And thank you so much for tuning in to KXVS 92.1 FM. I do enjoy when I have individuals that are coming in and letting us interview them, because you know what? When they do that, they say something. They say something with that. They show they care about KXVS 92.1 FM. And of course, that is Joe Crockett with his book, Nostalgic Blood. And so we're going to continue with the interview because you know what? I've just learned that he's having a lot of fun here. Correct?
And see.
And so, quieres hablar español? I love it. So again, like I always say, you're always welcome here, Joe. Whenever you're passing through or you know where you're going to be, you just call us up and you let us know. We'll let the community know so that way they can come out and meet you.
Definitely.
Yeah. So any other questions, Gene, that you may have? Because I'm curious to find out a little bit more of his background.
Yeah, so I'm curious too about his background. But as far as the book, like, do you plan on having a part 2?
Yes, actually, it's gonna be a trilogy.
A trilogy.
It's gonna be a trilogy.
Okay.
Interesting.
See,
okay.
That sounds like a movie right there, like a movie plot, man.
That everyone says it sounds like a movie plot.
Yeah.
Are they reading it correct?
I mean, you got the Born Identity, movies like that. Those became trilogies, and that has to do with spies and stuff like that
right?
too.
And let me tell you, I follow that one. I really enjoyed it from the very beginning, and so when you are hooked on the plot,
right,
you look for the movies, and so yeah.
And I made sure this right here is something you cannot predict, and it's not boring. So it took me 20 years to put this together. So
that's good, man. Maybe I can be your main character in the movie. You know what I mean? Hey, I don't mind. I don't play an instrument, but I could pick up a script. You know what I mean?
You want me to pick your part?
Yeah, pick a part for me, man. Pick me apart.
Wow.
A friend of mine asked me to put him in my book, right? And it was at the very last minute. And I said, okay, I'll put you in my book. So I went back in. I don't think he don't know what part I picked. I don't think he's gonna like it though.
Really? He's probably like a janitor or something.
You a smart guy.
He's probably, we just Carlos right there, the janitor.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna like his part, but I'm gonna give him a bigger role in the third book.
Oh, in the third book,
right?
Okay.
I just had to slowly introduce him because it was at the last minute. So I'm slowly introducing him, and his role is gonna be a lot bigger.
That sounds good.
Is this one of your best friends?
I would not say my best friend, but he's
one of your friends.
Right. He's a friend.
Yeah.
That's good, man.
We play golf together, actually.
Oh, maybe you can show me how to play golf. Because I never played golf.
He's really trying to get in there.
Yeah. But yeah, man, if you ever make a movie, man, I'm right there, man.
I hear that.
Maybe, I'll be a janitor in the movie or something, I don't mind as long as I come out in it,
the janitor saying thumbs up.
So while you were in the service, what country stood out most and why?
Which one stood out the most?
And I know so many of them are very impressionable. So, a lot of people take away the beauty of it. And sometimes you'll even want to return.
Right.
That's my tío. He loves Argentina is one,
Right.
España is another one, and he tells me he would go over there in a heartbeat to, to live, make a living.
Right. Now, the Philippines, I like the Philippines. but
Philippines.
I didn't appreciate it until after I left. Right. It was one of those things where once you get somewhere, you get used to being there. It's kind of like,
Yeah.
But once you leave, it's like, man, Philippines.
So you must
was
have been
cool.
stationed there for a while.
I was there for 2 years.
That's
2
why.
years is a
that's
long
probably
time.
why.
Yeah.
2 years.
Yeah.
Now, the place I would love to go back to is Australia.
Oh,
Australia.
yes.
Australia. For one reason, they
A
speak
ver.
English. There's no language barrier.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier to get along.
A lot of animals, a lot of women.
And I actually seen some I seen some kangaroos too.
Did
Really?
you ever
They
get
run
kicked by
wild.
kangaroo?
Yeah, did you ever get in a fight with one?
I would have whooped on them.
No.
Hey,
Good
this is
in
how I
that
said
tail.
it. I would have whooped on them.
He would have brought that Miami out of him, huh? That Rick Ross out of him. Huh? Start beating on a
Now,
kangaroo.
the one place I did find that was kind of, different was Bahrain and Abu Dhabi.
That's the sandbox right there, man.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like really different over there.
So you were stationed on the ship, right?
Well, we went out, in my squadron, we went out to, we did detachments.
So you guys are logistics squadron.
Yeah,
so-
logistics squadron in the Philippines. And what we did was we took parts, people, and mail out to the carrier. And then from the carrier, they take the helicopters and take it out to the other ships.
Mm.
So every once in a while, we would do detachments to the aircraft carrier for 6 months or 3 months or however you want to do it. But
Oh, I
when I
see.
was in Abu Dhabi, we would end up being on land in the middle of nowhere.
Wow.
In the middle of nowhere. I'm talking about when you see nothing but sand, you start to really believe the world is full of sand.
Wow.
That's a lot of sand.
I could imagine, man.
When you fly in the airplane and you see blue sky and sand, that you're in trouble.
You know you're in trouble, right? You know you're in a ride for your life right there,
I
man.
know, right?
Yeah, I could imagine. How long were you doing in Bahrain?
I was in Bahrain for several weeks, and I was in Abu Dhabi for a couple months.
Couple months. Were you also in Abu Dhabi, stationed in the middle of nowhere? Right.
Right.
Wow. Yeah.
And I had taken a lot of photos, but come to find out, we was on this. I think it was what they call it, Emirates, one of the military bases, and I was taking Arab Emirates, and I was taking a lot of photos, and my camera got confiscated.
Oh, I bet they
By
thought
the
you were a
government.
spy.
Well, yeah, one of the soldiers. Yeah, right.
Probably thought you were a spy, huh?
That's probably what they was thinking, but I was just, taking photos for memories, and
Yeah.
and some of my good photos was on there. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh man, I didn't want to fight back. Well, you can't take my camera and all that.
So
but
did you get it back?
No, I never
Oh,
did
they
get
kept
it back.
it.
No, they
Wow.
kept your photos and wrote a book over there
Shoot.
about it. You see? See what they do? You see how they are? Nah.
Should have had a backup camera. That
I
way
know, right?
They could take the one you don't want, and keep the one with the pictures.
I wasn't
Darn.
thinking like that.
Ah,
Wow.
shucks.
So Australia is the one that stood out to you, huh?
Yeah.
And what was
Australia.
different? What was different of Australia
what
since
was
we've
different?
never
Well,
been?
besides the language barrier, there is no language barrier. They speak English.
They're so friendly too. I'm pretty sure
they're
in
really,
Australia,
really
right?
friendly,
Yeah.
and it's like it's just totally different. Even going to Canada, I like Canada too, and even when you're going into Canada, it feels different. Even though the state line is right there, as soon as you cross over, it's like, man, it feels different.
Yeah.
Without even speaking to anybody, you're
Yeah.
like, man, it feels different.
Yeah, I was just in Mexico last year for a friend's wedding, and it feels so different when you leave the States, you know?
Yeah.
It's like this pressure.
Yeah.
It's just like, it goes away, you know what I mean? And so it's that same feeling probably, I would imagine, huh?
Yeah, the same feeling.
Yeah, that's great. So Australia, you've been to a lot of places, Betty.
I know.
Yes,
You've been-
I'm impressed. He's a worldly man.
Yeah.
I did like Japan.
In their
though.
service, you travel.
I did like Japan. But
Japan.
What was
a
different
language,
about Japan?
That was a language barrier.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, you're talking about someone in a place where they barely speak English.
Yeah.
Right? So you trying to get around, there's nothing written in English to help you get around.
I know.
Right? So you totally feel lost. You trying to go downtown on a train, you like, oh my God, which way do I go?
Yeah.
You stop to ask somebody, they don't speak English. And if they do, they shy. They don't want to speak. Right? And they always do like this, as if you don't smell good. So they do like this right here. But in their way, they just saying that they
I can't
don't
understand you.
Right.
That just means I can't understand you.
Right. That's
Oh,
okay.
wow.
That's okay.
Wow.
Wow. Wow, Japan. I have a friend that wants to go to Japan. One of my good friends, he wants to go over there.
Now there is an area in Tokyo called Roppongi, and it's a really hip hopish and it's, a lot more people speak English there. So the music is more Americanized.
Yeah.
And so once you get into Roppongi, then you're in party field for real.
Oh, Roppongi,
wow.
gotta remember that.
Yeah, Roppongi.
Yeah, let's go to Roppongi,
Party
baby.
over there.
Let's go to Roppongi one day.
A lot of hours in the plane.
Yes.
Yeah.
First
How
trip
can you
leaving
do
the
it?
country, and the first place I landed before leaving the country was Alaska, right? So imagine going to Alaska. It's 11 p.m. and the sun is still out. It's like,
Yeah.
oh man, it's 11 o'clock.
Yeah,
You ever sleep?
I was in Alaska a couple years ago.
No
I know how-
way.
Yeah, I went out there too.
But
6
summertime or
months.
wintertime?
4 months.
Summertime.
Summertime.
Right? That definitely got to be summertime. Who wants to
Yeah.
go in there in the winter?
I know, huh? Nobody wants to go in the winter. There's
cold.
snow everywhere.
One day I'm gonna do a
cold.
book signing in Alaska.
Below
too.
zero.
Hey man, one day hopefully I'll go with you.
Nah,
Because Alaska
man.
was beautiful.
What?
Beautiful, yeah. Alaska was beautiful.
Where did you go? Anchorage?
Anchorage. I landed in Anchorage, yes. And then from Anchorage went out to the little islands and stuff like that.
You was on vacation?
Nah, I was actually out there working and stuff
Oh,
like that.
okay.
Yeah,
You
working.
having all the fun.
And it was nice. It was like it was like a little
Different,
vacation.
right?
Yeah, it was different. It was beautiful, man. Beautiful.
Wow. You took a lot of pictures?
Yes, I did. They're on my Facebook. Actually.
Oh.
Yeah, you go on, I think we added each other.
Yeah.
Go on there, you can look it up. They're on my Facebook. All the pictures I took while I was out there. And
I didn't take enough
stuff
pictures
like
during
that.
my travel. And when I was out of the country, I always wanted to feel like I didn't want to look like a tourist, right? So when I was in Australia, I didn't take a lot of pictures because I didn't want to have my camera around my neck, walking around looking lost.
It could be a small little camera that you keep in your pocket, you know?
Yeah, I don't even think those existed back then. This is like in the late, early 90s.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You would definitely look like a tourist and any type of camera back
so
then.
a lot of times I didn't take no photos because I didn't want to look like a tourist.
Yeah, come on.
Well, I think I'm going to look like a tourist in a little bit because I'm always taking pictures. And that's something I do because I post.
Right.
On Facebook, all my pictures come out and people love it. They love it when I take pictures. So definitely, there you go. That's perfect.
Absolutely.
And then this will be the cover of what you will see on Facebook and YouTube. So people can actually find you with your picture on it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if they don't do it that way, then they'll use our logo,
Right.
KXVS, and it comes out pretty good. So, yeah, look forward for that.
Yeah.
And any other places that you can recall, because I love the fact that you have been around the world.
Anywhere
And
you might
can
want to
share,
go.
you can
Going
share your
back to,
experiences. You know,
I would say I did like Canada.
Canada.
Yeah, I did like Canada.
you know,
Canada's
more and more
nice.
Mexicanos are actually moving over there to work.
Is that right?
Yes.
Yes, they're
Yes.
just there because
A lot of them are fearful. Well, they're afraid they're going to be deported. So,
Right.
So they just skip the United States and go straight to Canada. That's what they're doing, and they probably got
and
more
Canada
work.
has been accepting them, and that's the part that I like because they've been embracing them. They say, "Come on in, we'll give you work."
They even embracing Americans. For real. The president, he said, you know what? We'll welcome Americans here too if you guys want to leave Donald Trump or leave all that or whatever's going on.
I think if they probably went in the summertime, and once it started getting cold, they're ready to get the hell up out of there.
Yeah, I know, right?
Below zero weather.
That's like when people come down to
It's like,
Miami.
yow.
They come to Miami in December, January, February from somewhere where it's cold. They're like, oh man, I want to live down here. As soon as they buy their place, they move down there, they retire. The first summer, they ready to get the hell up out of there. They're like, oh hell, it's hot.
Very hot and very humid.
Very humid.
Yes.
But it is livable. You get used to it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
yeah.
I mean, I've been to South Carolina. I was there for basic training. 6 months. It was sticky, man. It was humid. And then tornado watches, all the time too, in the middle of the summer. Like, what's going on?
How many days after high school did you go to the Army?
1 year exactly after high school.
I left 4 days after.
4 days after high school? It's
Yeah,
basic training.
yeah.
Where'd you do your basic training at?
At Great Lakes, Chicago, Illinois.
Chicago?
Yeah.
What? Summer, right?
Oh,
Great
yeah.
Lakes. Great
Definitely
Lakes. That was a
summer.
bang.
That was one of the reasons why I did it right after high school, because I already checked the weather, horrible. So I did not want to do basic training 15-degree weather.
Yes, I know, right?
Right.
I
So
know.
I say, nah, 4 days after. Hey, my mom didn't even know I was going. You know how she found out?
You were gone. What'd you do? Send her a postcard?
That was my plan.
Wow.
That was my plan. But just so happened, the recruiter dropped me off, and she was in the kitchen window doing dishes, and she seen me get out of the car.
Oh.
Dropped you off when?
In front of the house.
Right after you signed up, or dropped you off when?
Well, I don't know if it was before or after, but he dropped me off. He gave me a ride home.
Oh, okay.
So she had no idea that I was leaving anytime soon.
After you already signed.
Right. So
wow.
She seen me getting out of the car, then she knew what was up.
Wow.
So I was totally going to surprise her with just a postcard saying, hey, if you're looking for me, this is where I am.
Wow. How'd she feel about that?
I don't know, because she already knew I like to travel, I like to go places, you know. So I had already went to New York, Connecticut to visit some cousins. So I was already like, oh, yeah, I'm leaving.
But you didn't tell her you were going to the Army, though, or to the Navy. You didn't tell her you were going to basic.
Yeah, she found out after the recruiter dropped me off.
Wow.
I'm thinking like, oh, man.
It's funny how you say you surprised her and stuff like that, because as soon as I came back from South Carolina from my basic training, I told my sister and my brother-in-law to pick me up from the airport. And I told her I want to surprise my mom. And so my mom was at work, and then I just showed up and then just surprised her like that. She didn't know I was coming. She didn't know what day I was coming.
What a beautiful
Did she cry?
for your mother.
Yeah, she was happy. She cried when I left. That's for sure.
Yeah.
She cried a lot when I left.
Well,
But
of
she was
course,
happy
you
when I came
know,
back.
they're kids, you know, and we don't want to release yet. We want to keep you guys close, you know. It was hard for me with my daughters, but at the same time, I knew that they were going for their education. And so, yeah. I have 3 girls.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, they're all, the first 2 already graduated. My little one is going for something in medicine and maybe the first doctor, so I'm praising her. And
My sister's a doctor.
Really?
Pharmaceutical doctor.
Oh, that's great.
Wow.
That's wonderful.
8 years.
8 years she's been doing it?
8 years. Well, no, 8 years of schooling.
Oh,
I
8
was
years of
told
schooling.
9, Joe.
9?
If she did it in 8 years, that's not bad.
Well, I may be missing a year because I'm not really home all the time. So I know it was around 8.
Yeah, and I told my daughter
a long
that.
time.
Prepare yourself because that is a while.
That's
you
a
gotta
lot of schooling.
dedicate
That is
yourself.
a lot of schooling, yeah. My cousin is actually going for that as well. He served he was a ranger in the Army.
Right.
And then he went and did his tour, Yemen, Afghanistan, and now he wants to be a doctor too. He's the EMT right now. And he's still going to school. So he wants to I think he wants to be a doctor too.
That's wonderful.
So like, man, they could do it.
I should have brought my photos in.
Pays good.
Man,
I should have.
You should have brought some photos.
Maybe I've been on top of the aircraft carrier and all that.
Yeah, that would be nice. Maybe you could put them up on the website for Nostalgic Blood.
You know what? I will.
Oh, that's
I
right.
will. Usually,
Good idea.
when I'm doing my book signing, I have my photos out.
Yeah. That's a good idea, man. Yeah.
So as soon as they come in, they, like, okay, spy novel, Tom Clancy.
Clancy. He's the
huge.
main. He's huge.
He's
huge.
He's a
Right? Big, huge.
But you know what? You know what I say? I say Tom Clancy can't show you pictures like these.
Ah.
he was never in the military.
Yeah.
Oh,
right.
You got that one over.
You got that one over him, like Betty said. Yeah, wow. Tom Clancy's, you don't got a picture of him on the top of the aircraft carrier. He's never been to Bahrain. He's never been to Abu Dhabi.
He was never in the military. That's the main point.
Yeah.
He was never in the military.
Yeah.
That's why it is always good, to suggest that to our kids, I almost took off. I almost went into the Army when I graduated from high school. Mm-hmm. I was right there getting ready to sign. The recruiter was right over me. And I'm like, wait a minute. Something told me, you know what, Betty, you're not ready.
Yeah.
And I looked at him and I said, you know what? I'm not going to do it. Not yet.
Wow.
And he was like, oh. And I never came back. I never did because I ended up going to college and ended up majoring in communications. Got my degree in mass comm because I loved all areas of communications, radio, TV, and print. And so, it allows me to do all sorts of stuff.
Right.
And that's what my degree is on.
That's great.
Mass comm.
That's
and
awesome.
I got it over here at Cal State Hayward, where now my daughter's attending, and she's East Bay. They changed the name, and I wish they hadn't because I feel like my university doesn't exist. Don't like that.
You know what I thought I was going to major in? I thought I was going to be an interpreter.
Really? Spanish?
Yeah.
Español.
Oh, that's what you wanted to do?
I used to speak Spanish like a pro.
Like a Cuban.
Yeah. Hey,
like a Latin American.
In my younger days, people would always think that either I'm Cuban or Puerto Rican or Dominican.
That's what I thought when I first met Joe. I thought he was Latin. Yeah.
So where did you learn Spanish again?
In Miami.
In Miami. Did you have Spanish?
I had Spanish friends, and I used to always ask them, how do I say this?
Wow.
Oh, okay.
And what happened was, and one of my friends, his father owned a gas station 2 blocks away.
Oh, okay.
And I used to go up there, my mom, and I was like 13 years old. Right, so I had all these pads and papers, and I would go up to the gas station. They would let me in behind the glass, and I would just ask them, "Well, how do I say this? How do I say this? How do I say that?"
Wow.
So I memorized how to say whatever I wanted to say. But the problem was, if you was to say something to me that's not on that paper, I'm like, "What?"
You didn't understand. Yeah.
And then I couldn't create my own sentence outside of what was on the paper. So when I got into high school, I took 4 years of high school Spanish. I won first place in the county.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was serious in speaking
You were
Spanish.
serious about that, dude.
Yeah, I was serioso.
Yeah. So you wanted to become an interpreter. That's how serious you were.
I was just knew I would just be translating. And then other languages seemed to be easy too, right?
Like French.
French was
Latin.
Now, I lived in a French neighborhood, like Little Haiti, right? So a lot of people speak French, a lot of people speak Creole.
Yeah.
Right. But it was every time you would ask someone, the same thing happened to me in the Philippines, right? Because I was trying to learn Tagalog. But every time you would ask a question, you would get an answer. But then when you go to say it to somebody else, they say, that's not French, that's Creole. Or that's not Tagalog, that's a different dialect. So when I was in the Philippines, I was like, oh man, it's too many dialects. They got 700 dialects.
Yeah.
Wow.
Can't never get it right. Right.
Yeah. Middle East is like that too. I heard they have a lot of dialects in the Middle East. Yeah.
Wow. Impressive.
Impressive, this
At
guy right
13
here,
years
man.
old.
I tell you what, the next time the next time I come in,
you're gonna bring some pictures.
No. Next time I come in,
you're gonna
I think I'm gonna speak in Spanish throughout the conversation.
Oh, I like that.
But I'm gonna brush up on my Spanish first. Though.
You better start watching some novelas then, man.
Yo voy a practicar para mi español.
Mira nomás. It is Sabor Latino.
It is. Y la voz. Yep.
Oh, that'll be awesome, man. Hopefully we can have you here some other time.
Right,
Yeah.
definitely.
What a pleasure. What a pleasure having you here. Again, Eugene, thank you.
You're welcome,
Gracias.
Manny.
Thank you.
Anything for the community.
He finds the most awesome people, and I tell him, you know what? Yeah. Because they'll call me, hey, do you have anything on this day? And I say, you know what? No, I don't. Bring whoever you have in, and let's do an interview. So yeah.
Definitely, I had fun.
Glad it worked out. Of course you were going to have fun.
Butterflies are gone, by the way. Butterflies are gone.
Well, you got to singing already. You got to in Spanish, everything, man.
All I need right now is a cerveza. Be done.
Margarita.
Well, then, you know what? You can attend our 16th of September Mexican Independence celebration.
Is it on a Saturday?
We're going to do it Saturday. Whoop, whoop.
Yes.
I'm excited.
I'm excited. Every Saturday.
Maybe you could do a book signing there.
Oh, there
but
you
I'm
go.
already booked. What day is it?
It is a Saturday. It's a 16th.
Saturday.
16th of what?
September.
Of
September. So if all goes well.
Every Saturday is booked.
It's okay, man. It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you could have had your little booth there
Right,
with your books.
right,
and
right.
There's going to be a lot of Mexicanos. And we're going to have the
Spanish?
mariachi. We're going to have Centro Latino All-Star Bands. And we're going to have also the folkloric dancers, Frank Zapata. They always come through for me. And it's going to be a beautiful celebration. The first 3 hours is going to be El Grito. So the history.
Right.
Yeah, at least 2-3 hours. And the master of ceremony is going to be Mr. Ismael Cortez. He's my reporter. He actually goes to Mexico and comes back with genuine, I'm talking good news. And he's the best. And so that's who's going to be the master of ceremony. Of course, we're going to have other DJs out there too from KXVS as well. I'm going to be out there myself, but he's going to do the history part because he's originally from Michoacan.
I've heard of that.
Michoacan, and yeah, that's where my mom's from as well. She's from La Palma, not too far from Saguayo. Saguayo, Michoacan. That's like I'm talking a big marketplace where they do trades and everything. You could find any kind of incense or
like a flea market.
Yes.
Right.
Or spices from around the world.
Right.
It's like, oh, and then of course the awesome fruits and vegetables, homegrown.
Organic.
Cañas, yeah, organic,
all organic.
Yeah, and you find all sorts of stuff too. Imported goods.
That's one place I have not been to yet.
Zarapes.
Mexico.
Right.
Oh my God, he speaks Spanish.
I know, right?
You would do really good.
And we gotta go.
Diferentes partes in Mexico. Yeah.
I have to go to Mexico.
Then you'd have to speak Spanish.
Oh yeah. Now, the crazy part is right now if I come across someone who don't speak English, my Spanish flows.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it
see, it comes out naturally.
It comes out natural, right? Because I have to do it. But now that I know that I don't have to, it's kind of like, well.
Same here, man. I catch myself speaking a lot of English to my daughter, and I catch myself, and I'm like, dude, I gotta speak more Spanish to her.
Yes, because this is a time. She's a sponge. She'll just take it in.
Yeah.
And it'll be much easier for her. So if she takes up Spanish class in high school,
Yes.
So simple for her.
I want to take her to Mexico so she could pick it up,
Yeah,
make bilingual is very important. Pays good. It pays good to know a second language.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And actually, I read something the other day. Your brain thinks a little bit different when you when you're bilingual. It's better for you. It's better for your brain. It puts things together that people that just speak one language can't figure out. So
I think you might
it rewrites your
thinking process. Yeah.
Yes,
thinking process.
I mean, I'm thinking in English. No, I'm taking it in English, but yet I'm translating it in Spanish, and then I have to come back out and speak it because my Spanish isn't perfect, but I do speak it, and I try to speak it as much as I can because I don't want to forget it. And so practice is so important.
Yes.
You got to have someone to speak Spanish. If not, videos. If not, the novelas, constantly listen to it and repeat.
Music. And when I was younger, I used to listen to the radio.
Yeah.
I would watch some TV shows. I would read the newspapers, read
cartoons,
the magazines.
Cartoons también.
Some cartoons.
Yeah.
Music.
So I always tune in my ear and listening to certain words. And once I was able to distinguish, okay, this and that went, okay, now it's coming clear.
So man, you got my blessing, you got our blessing, man.
Yeah.
We're in Mexico. There you go, man. Maybe you never know. Maybe you come back with a wife.
Todo casado, married.
Get married, huh? Yeah, And
but remember,
I'm already taken.
Okay.
But do remember that September the 16th is there in case there's a little cancellation.
Right.
You're more than welcome to be part of the event. It's going to be quite the event, and I'm excited because this is going to be our first year that we're going to do it through the radio station, community radio, KXVS. And so, I'm looking forward to it. So that means every year we're going to do it.
Okay.
And it's going to grow and grow. It's going to get bigger and bigger. And then hopefully we'll be able to get these big bandas, that come from all over the place, so around the world. But in the meantime, it's all local. Local mariachi, local bandas, local bands, like I have the Sabor Latino All-Star Band. I don't know if you do know that group.
No.
They've been around for quite a while. A lot of people follow them. Another one is Latin Magic. And then, what's the other one? With Blanca Sagun, Latin Soul.
Right.
I'm going to see if I can convince her.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to work on her. I already sent her a message. Calito with the Central Latino All-Star Band agreed. This morning I just got a confirmation from Mariachi Tesoro. They're going to do 2 events for us. And I thought, that's so cool. That is so cool. So I love it when everything starts falling in place because this is going to be a beautiful event for the community.
Family event. Right?
Yeah, family event,
Yeah,
family friendly.
that's
So,
good.
Yep. Just know it's there.
Absolutely.
El 16 de septiembre.
Septiembre.
Septiembre. So if you are available, we would love to have you. All right. Any last shout outs that you would like to give before we get off air here?
Shout out to Stockton. Shout out to all of those who have taken the chance to buy my book because I sell my book on the street. I sell them everywhere. So if you see me and I said, who's your favorite author? Thank you.
That is so cool.
Well said.
That is
man.
so cool. I love it.
So Barnes & Noble this weekend.
Barnes & Noble this
what time?
weekend. Just come before 6 p.m. Saturday or Sunday. I usually sell out, so try your best to get there before 6 p.m. You can also reach me on my social media, Nostalgic Blood on Facebook. On Instagram is Nostalgic Society Apparel. If you don't read novels, you can go to nostalgicsociety.com and get a hat, T-shirt, a coffee mug if you like coffee. It's something if you want to support.
Wonderful.
Great. Awesome.
There you go. Again, thank you, Gene, for bringing Joe. I do appreciate that. And again, thank you, Joe, for being here and making today special. And good luck. Suerte, suerte, suerte on your book.
Appreciate it.
I think you're going to do awesome.
Thanks.
Okay, you got us.
Yes,
you got
sir.
us here. So you heard it right here, KXVS 92.1 FM, the voice of Stockton. And you are in tune to Sabor Latino with Betty Ramirez.
All right, I turned down a little bit. Okay, so I know we totally just cut off like everyone's favorite song, but we wanted to tell everybody that we have a new YouTube channel, and we need you to subscribe to the new channel because we're not uploading or streaming on the old channel anymore. It's still the voice of Stockton.
It's going to be fresh, brand new,
New content.
great content,
Yeah.
only exclusively on KXVS.
Yes. If you and on this video will be a link in the description where you can click it. But if you want to type it in, we made it real easy for you. Bit.ly, the short link, bit.ly. So you can type bit.ly/subscribe_KXVS_YouTube. So bit.ly/subscribe_KXVS_YouTube. That's easy enough, right, Donovan? Donovan is the silent minority.
Speechless.
I'm trying to get my accent right. Hold on. I'm just throwing over it in my head. Let me start. Hold on. Yeah, hold on. How to do it? All right, I don't know about you guys, but I'm gonna go subscribe to this new channel. It sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, what's different about this channel than the last one?
Well,
What's changed?
Well, we're making some changes. We're always doing something new, but this is something that we had to do this, and we've had to do this for a while. So this new channel, it's really not much different, except the channel will be different. So all our new content is going on the channel, and we're going to migrate all our videos over to that channel as well, and we won't be using the old channel. So if you're waiting on that channel, you'll be missing it. So please do subscribe to our new channel, and it's real easy. Follow us on Facebook, thevoiceofstockton.org. You can find us everywhere. Keep watching us on our live streams, but that's it. We just wanted to break in and tell you that.
And let's make Stockton better together.
That's right. Make Stockton better together. All right. So, you know what? Let's start this track over because this is the best bomb song. And thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you. KXVS, the voice of Stockton with Donovan and Mr. Details, Dustin Breakwheel. This is Governor Don signing off.
Cuando llegues a la esquina de Smith y Orchard, dobla a la izquierda.
No lo vas a creer. Marcy está
Luego
contenta
dobla en
de
Marcy
dejar a su
Avenue y
novio.
pasa los primeros 3 semáforos. Vuelve a doblar a la izquierda.
No creo que esté contenta.
Te faltan 5
Pero es
cuadras.
lo que
Te
escuché
veré esta noche.
Es difícil concentrarse en dos cosas a la vez, como textear y manejar. Evita textear, evita chocar. ¿Cómo dejarás de textear y manejar? Cuéntanos en evitachocar.org. Cortesía de la National Highway Traffic Safety Administration y el Ad Council.
KXVS 92.1 coming soon. KXVS. And as usual, I always let you know that we play oldies but goodies, the golden oldies but goodies, right here at KXVS 92.1 FM, the voice of Stockton, and you are in tune to Sabor Latino with Betty Ramirez. Oh, we got Al Wilson, Show and Tell, Tighten Up, Archie Bell and the Drells. We have Jerry Lee Lewis, Great Balls of Fire, Mary Wells with My Guy, and Maurice Williams with Stay. Joe Baton right after that with Sadie.
I want you to tighten up one time. Oh, yeah. Tighten up on that bass. Come on, baby. Oh, yeah. Now let that guitar fall in there. Tighten up on that organ now. Come on, organ. Tighten up on that bass one time. Come on, baby. Oh, that's out of sight. Now tighten up on that guitar. Oh, yeah. Now come on, let that organ fall in there. Come on and tighten up. Move it to your left. Move it to your right. Everybody can do it now. Now make it mellow.
Till you came into my life. And these are the arms that long to lock you inside every day and every night. Girl, and here is the soul of which you've taken control. Can't you see I'm trying to show love is right? If you're anywhere inside, and these are the lips that can't help calling your name in the middle of the night. Oh, and here is the man who needs to know where you stand. Don't you know I've done all I can? So decide.
shake my nerves and you rattle my brain. Too much of love drives a man insane. You broke my will, but what a thrill. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. I let you love what I thought it was funny. You came along and woo, now honey, I've changed my mind. This love is fine. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. Kisses, baby. Feels good. Hold me, baby. Well, I want to love you like I love you should. You're fine, so kind. Got to tell this world that you're mine. That you my nails and then I twiddle my thumb. I'm real nervous, but it sure is fun. Come on, baby. It drives me crazy. It's just great balls of fire. Hold me, baby. Well, I love to love you like I love is should. You're fine, so kind. Got to tell this world that you're mine. That you my nails and I twiddle my thumb. Real nervous, but it sure is fun. Come on, baby, drive me crazy. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire.
It's nothing you can say could tear me away from my guy. It's nothing you can do, cause I'm stuck like glue to my guy. I'm sticking to my guy like a stamp to a letter, like birds of a feather we stick together. I'm telling you from the start.
Oh, and of course, that is Joe Baton with Sadie. And the song before that was Stay with Maurice Williams. Thank you so much for tuning in to KXVS 92.1 FM, Sabor Latino with Betty Ramirez. Do appreciate you. I shall see you tomorrow. Tomorrow we have DJ Nena in the house, so she's going to be doing her Tejano thing. Let me tell you, she's really looking forward to. Remember, tomorrow on La Voz, she's going to be on from 4 to 7, right here on KXVS 92.1 FM. So definitely start off the Saturday right by tuning in and enjoy the music. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I wanted to say a special thank you, of course, to Mr. Joe Crockett for coming in and letting us interview him on his book, Nostalgic Blood. And his number, in case you want to ask him any questions or need more information, it's 773-563-3947. Again, that was Joe Crockett, who was interviewed today, and what an awesome person he is. And not only that, but you know, to be able to share his life, why not? Right here on KXVS 92.1 FM, the voice of Stockton. Your community radio. It's Betty Ramirez signing off. Take care and God bless.
Just to hear my heart, it's a going crazy. Just to rock my soul and to take control. Just to work your body cause you're not too old. I love you in the morning and I love you in the night. Love you in the evening cause love is alright. Hey Sadie, 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 sexy lady. Hey Sadie, she dances to the beat when she moves her feet. She rocks to the rhythm cause you're just so neat. Hey Sadie, 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 sexy lady. Hey Sadie, she was Sadie, 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 sexy lady. Hey Sadie, 1, 2, 3, 4, get out on the floor if you want some more. Do it. Need your loving so bad, baby. Need your loving so bad, baby. Need your loving so bad, baby. Need your loving so bad.